Good morning everyone, how are you today? It is Sunday the 1st of December here in Australia, and welcome and thank you for being here. I know it's been a month since I have done a video, and that is just because life has been a little bit busy with a few extra things thrown into the mix. If you watched my last video, you would have heard a little bit about that, but I'm not going to focus on that today. Today we're just going to focus on the pens and inks I'm going to use for December to write my Christmas mail. So Christmas letters, Christmas cards, perhaps some journaling, that sort of thing. Now these are the pens that I have inked up. We'll go through the inks in a minute. Pen friend Darla was very kind and sent me last year's Inkvent calendar for my birthday. So I think there were maybe 2 or 3 bottles missing, but that she shared with some other friends. But very, very grateful to her because I've decided to use some of those inks for my pens this month. Now this year I'm not doing the Inkvent calendar. I was contemplating doing the Colourverse one, but then life happened and it all just went by the wayside. So I'm just going to focus on what I already have and enjoy what I already have. Now, sorry, I'm just hitting things as I go along. These are the pens I've got. We'll go through them one by one and do a little writing sample. And I'm going to try and do this so I can fit everything in frame. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that. Hang on, my arm's in the way, everything's in the way. Can you see that still? You can't see the pens though. Oh well. Sorry, can't fit everything in the frame. The first one I've got here is the Pilot E95S. It has a 14 karat medium nib on it. It's like a little sort of hooded nib. I don't know if you call that a hooded nib. It's an inlaid nib. It's just beautiful, such a smooth rider. So this is the first one we have. And I've got this one inked up with Fireside Snug, which is a standard ink from last year's Inkvent calendar. So, Pilot E95S has a 14 karat medium nib and inked with Diamond Inkvent. I might actually put the year here, so if any of you are watching this later on, you know it was the year 2023 Inkvent calendar, and it is Fireside Snug. Now this looks to be a lovely sort of peachy, orangey browny colour, I'd say. It is a standard ink. I can already see that I am getting some shading in the writing, which is nice to see. So that's the first one we have. The next one we have here is the Pilot Vanishing Point in black and gold. This one has an 18 karat fine nib. See, there's a little nib there. It's a weightier pen than what the Decimo is, but I really enjoy writing with it. The nib on it is wonderful. You get a little bit of feedback with that fine nib, but it's nothing too bad. So that is the Pilot Vanishing Point black and gold. Has the 18 karat fine nib, and it is inked with, just got to remember, it's Diamine Ink Vent 2023, and this one is Velvet Emerald. And it's a standard as well. Now I find with this coloured ink, it's like, to me, emerald green is like that, more of a green, whereas this has a little bit of a teal sort of undertone to it, which is very pretty. Now the next one we have here is the Esterbrook SD in Rainforest. It is a beautiful pen. I love all the different colours in the resin of this one. And mine has a broad nib on it, which is just a lovely, wet, juicy nib to write with. And handles shimmer inks very well. Which is why I've put a shimmer ink in this one. So it's the Esterbrook SD in Rainforest with a broad nib and inked with Diamine Ink Vent 2023, and this one is Sugar Snap, and I really love this colour, and the shimmer just sets it off. So this is a shimmer ink, this one. I'll show you them all at the end. So that's the Esterbrook SD in Rainforest. Now the next one we have here is also an Esterbrook. This is the Botanical Garden Esterbrook. Has very pretty colours of like blue, like a rich burgundy sort of maroon colour. Has sort of goldy, sort of honeycomb colours through it, a bit of green. It's just a really pretty colour. So this has also got a shimmer ink in it. This one only has a medium nib, so we'll see how it handles the shimmer. Okay. So Esterbrook SD in Botanical Garden. It has a medium nib and is inked with Diamine Ink Vent 2023, and this one is Bar Humbug. And it's a chameleon ink. A lot of shimmer in that one. Beautiful, beautiful coloured ink with a beautiful pen. So the next one we have here is, this was my first Esterbrook I ever got actually. So it's the SD in Tortoise. It also has a medium nib And I have a shimmer ink in this one as well. So I'm just rotating it and rolling it between my hands to get the shimmer moving a little bit. So Estabrook, Esty, in Tortoise with a medium nib, and inked with Diamine Ink Vent 2023, and this one is Tinsel, and it is also a shimmer ink. I don't usually do a lot of shimmer, but this month I'm all about the shimmer and making it sparkle for Christmas. Let me know, are you shimmer or not shimmer? Because everyone's different. Some people will not actually even contemplate putting shimmer inks in their pens. Other people will only put shimmer inks in their like less expensive pens. It's more about whether the nib can handle a shimmer ink or not, and if it can, then I'm happy to put it in there. So the next one I have here is the Leonardo Memento Zero Grande 2.0 in Planetary Nebula. This is a beautiful looking pen and a beautiful pen to write with. And I'm just trying to remember, what did I have in this one? Oh yeah, I remembered. Actually, writing this out is a little bit similar to this ink up here, but I wanted to use this one. So Leonardo Memento Zero Grande 2.0 in Planetary Nebula. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Robert Oster Peppermint. So that's a lovely ink. I only tend to use it at Christmas time because it's peppermint, but I probably should use it more throughout the year. There's no reason why I can't. Now the next one we have here, this was my first ever bespoke pen I ever got, and it was a Christmas present many years ago from my husband and kids. It is from River City Pen Company, and I call it Enchanted Forest. I believe the blank didn't really have a name, so I've called it Enchanted Forest because it's got all these beautiful bits of green and black and gold through it. Very pretty. I think, yes, this one I've got a shimmer ink as well, so we'll just roll it and sort of move it around a little bit to try and get that shimmer going. So River City Pen Company, Enchanted Forest, which I think is a really good name for it. Enchanted Forest has a medium nib and is inked with Diamine Ink Vent 2023, and this one is called Nightfall, and it's a chameleon ink as well. absolutely stunning. It's like this really deep sort of blue-black base with this sort of blue-green shimmer through it. It's so pretty, really pretty. Very excited to use that one. Now the next pen we've got here is the Platinum 3776. This one has a wonderful 14 karat medium nib on it. It is beautiful to write with. So, and I do have a Diamond Inkvent ink in it, but it's not from the 2023. This one I think might have been from the original Inkvent calendar, the first one they ever did. So this is Platinum 3776. Has a 14 karat medium nib and is inked with I wish I could remember what year it was. It's from years ago. I might just put first here, Diamond Ink first calendar. And this one is Poinsettia. And it is a standard ink. It's a beautiful red, it really is. So that's the Platinum 3776. The next one we have here is the Visconti Van Gogh, the novel reader. It is the resin sort of has green and red in it and a bit of gold. It's a lovely, lovely pen to write with. Has a steel sort of grip here, which some people don't like, but and I'm not usually a huge fan of metal grips, but I don't mind it on this pen, and it writes really well. So I've got quite a light ink in this one. It'll be interesting to see how it handles it. So this is the Visconti Van Gogh. It's the novel reader. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Diamond Inkvent 2023, and it's Weeping Willow, which is a standard ink. It's a very pretty ink. It's very light. So, but it's a nice colour. I'm enjoying it. Just trying to make sure I'm still in frame. Now the next pen I have here, this is actually one from my Penefactor, and it's not the first time I've written with it, but it's the first time I'll have it inked up for an entire month, and I'm very excited to use it. It's the Cross Wanderlust. It is just such a beautiful pen, and it actually writes very well. So it's a lot, width-wise, it's a lot thinner than what, say, a Twisby would be or anything like that. I'm trying to think. It's probably, actually, it might be a little bit the sort of like the Pilot Decimo as far as width, maybe. So this is the Cross Wanderlust. It's such a pretty pen as well. I believe it's a fine, and at the moment I have it inked with Birmingham Pen Company, and this one is Twilight, and I believe this is a sample from Darla and Priscilla some time ago. But I just really love the colour of it. It's such a pretty sort of deep rosy burgundy colour. So that's the little nib on it. Honestly, it just writes so well. Very, very grateful to my Penefactor for this pen. So the next one we have here, this is a Christmas present from a couple of years ago. It's a Just Turnings pen. It's in the blank called Unicorn Horn. Very sparkly, very pretty. It's got, you know, these teal colours, sort of fuchsia and gold, very glittery. And I have a shimmer ink in this one as well. And I've actually got the Esterbrook 1.1 stub nib on this one. So this is the Just Turnings. It's the Unicorn Horn. Has the 1.1 stub and is inked with Troublemaker, Butterfly Dream, which is like a deep green based ink, but it has sort of like a blue shimmer through it. It's very pretty. So that's that pen. And because I had this pen, and I saw Stephen of Just Turnings had this listed on his website last month, this is the Unicorn Blood. And I decided, because I have the Unicorn Horn, it would be rude not to get the Unicorn Blood, right? So I decided to get the Unicorn Blood, and just look at that. It's sort of like silver, gold, lots and lots of sparkle in that. It's just a mesmerizing pen. So I have a medium nib on this one. Just making sure you can still see me. This has also got a shimmer ink in it. So it'll be interesting to see. This is the first time I've had this pen inked up, so it'll be interesting to see how it handles all the shimmer. So it's the Just Turnings. This one is Unicorn Blood. It has a medium nib on it and is inked with Diamine Inkvent 2023, and this one is called Rainbows End. And I believe this one is a chameleon ink as well. So this one is like a purple base, and it's got a bit of a pink glitter sort of shimmer through it. It's very pretty. So I'll I'll show these ones, what we've got so far, so you can see. So that's what we've got for so far, right? And now we'll just go over the page and do the rest. So where are we up to? Oh, we've got another Just Turnings pen here. This is the matte Elvenwood. It is beautiful. Like, it's just such a lovely pen to hold in your hand. For those of you who are regulars on my channel, you know that I love the matte finish on a pen. There's just something very soothing about writing with it and holding it in your hand. So I'm just trying to remember, what did I have in this one? Ah, yes, got it. So now this is a favourite ink of mine. It's nothing very hard to come by. First let's do the pen though. So this is the Just Turnings. It is the matte Elvenwood. I've actually got a Mr. Cypress 14 karat medium nib on it. That's what I ordered it with. And it is inked with Diamine Serum. I'd have to say, this is possibly my favourite burgundy sort of maroony coloured ink that I love to write with. And I use it throughout the year, not just at Christmas time, but throughout the year. I really do enjoy it. Now the next pen I have here, this isn't a flash pen whatsoever. It's not an expensive pen. I got it off Amazon. It is the Mahjong A1, I believe, and it's got an extra fine nib on it. So it's styled on the Pilot capless or vanishing point or decimo, and it writes very well. So I think it's the A1. It's in the dark green. Can you hear the plane going overhead? It's got an extra fine nib and is inked with Kayano Oto, Kokiro, which is a beautiful green ink. So that is the Mahjong A1. Now the next pens I've got are Twisbys. So this one here is the Twisby White and Rose Gold. It's the Twisby Diamond 580. Mine has a medium nib on it. In the white and rose gold. And it is inked with Ferris wheel press, steeped umber, It's a beautiful sort of browny, reddy coloured ink. More brown than red. The next one I have here is the TWSBI Eco. It's in the Irish Green and Onyx. Mine has a medium nib on it. I really like the black nib on this. For whatever reason, it seems to be a little bit smoother than their normal nibs. I don't know if it really does make a difference or not, but it's the way it appears to me. So TWSBI Eco in Irish Green and Onyx with a medium nib and is inked with Diamine Salamander. So as you can probably guess, I've used a lot of Diamine ink this month, but they're also very easily or you know, accessed inks. You know, sometimes I use samples that friends have sent me, and they're a little bit harder for people to come by, so I wanted to use inks that people could obtain if they were interested in them. So this next pen is the TWSBI Eco in Cream and Rose Gold. I actually got this for Christmas last year. So TWSBI Eco in Cream and Rose Gold. It has a medium nib and is inked with Robert Oster chalk pudding. So not really a Christmassy ink, but I think chalk pudding, you know, plum pudding, it's in that kind of family. So that's that one. Next one up is the TWSBI Eco Tea in Royal Jade and Rose Gold, and I actually got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. This is actually part of my rainbow sort of setup inks, so I actually haven't changed the ink out of this. It's still inked with the same ink, but it's a good one for Christmas. So TWSBI, this is the Eco Tea. So the Eco Tea just has 3 sides as opposed to the 5 sides. So this is in the Royal Jade and Rose Gold. It has a medium nib and is inked with Tassia. Oh, it's not Tassia. Sorry, Lau. It is Tasha. I think that's the correct pronunciation. Tasha Midori. Lau from Kitchen Crafts. If you're not following him, you should go over and watch his videos, but he's always the one to help me with my pronunciations on different inks and their brands and what have you. So the next one we have here is the TWSBI Eco Cafe and Bronze. It's a gorgeous pen. This one just looks like coffee, doesn't it? So it reminds you of a latte or something. Anyway, I still have this one inked up with one of my favorite inks. So TWSBI Eco, it's in the Cafe Bronze. It has a broad nib and is inked with Robert Oster toffee. I love that ink. And you know what? I'm almost out of it. So I think I'm going to have to buy another bottle of it because I just love it so much. I've shared a lot of it with friends as well. So the next one we have here, and this is the last one out of the 20 that I inked up. It is the TWSBI Eco Tea in saffron, and it has a broad nib on it, and this one has got a shimmer ink in it. Super, super sparkly ink, this one. TWSBI Eco Tea in saffron. I believe this is Miss Marilyn Darling's favourite ink out of the 2023 Ink Bank calendar. I think I remember them saying. Inked with Diamine Inkvent 2023, and it's called Bucks Fizz. I'm glad I put it in a broad nib because I'm, as well as the shimmer, I'm actually seeing a little bit of shading as well, which is lovely to see. So that's that one. And then I also have my 4 pens inked up that I've been using for journaling. And I did an Instagram post the other day of the little paper blanks small journal that I've been using. I think it's called the Mini, and I've been using these pens with that and just popping it in my handbag because we've been going to a lot of appointments and had a lot of things to sort of go, so there's a lot of sitting around waiting, that sort of thing. So quite often I will take my journal with me and journal as I'm waiting. So, and these are the pens that I've been using with that. So I'll write those ones out as well. So this first one is the Mont Blanc Heritage Baby in Ivory. So you just pull it off. It's the tiniest little pocket pen, and you actually screw it on to make it more of a usable sized pen. It writes so nicely. So this is the Mont Blanc Heritage Baby in Ivory. Has an 18 karat medium nib, and it is inked with Mont Blanc Burgundy. So that's that one. I'll try and get this finished up quickly. I can hear the kids outside calling out now. They're very cute, they're little. So the next one here is the Pelikan M400 in the white tortoise. Mine has a fine nib. So Pelikan M400 white tortoise. Has a 14 karat fine nib and is inked with, I really like the colour of this ink too, Mont Blanc Jane Austen. I may not have got the pen, but I got the ink and I really like it. So that's that one. I might just put that down so I don't scratch them. Next one we have here is the Waterman Careen in Amber. It's just beautiful, very stylish pen, a real classic. So So just pulls off. I post mine, you don't have to, but I do. I think I'm going to have to do that a bit. Okay, so it's the Waterman, Careen in amber. It has an 18 carat medium nib and inked with, I've just got a Waterman blue cartridge in it at the moment. So a beautiful writing pen though. And then last but not least, we've got this one here. This is the Mont Blanc Meisterstück Classic 145. Mine is in the black and rose gold. It is a beautiful pen to write with. It has an 18 carat fine nib on it. So Mont Blanc Meisterstück. I think they had the little things over it like that. Classic 145, and it's in the black and rose gold. Has an 18 carat fine nib and is inked with Mont Blanc Toffee Brown, so there you have it. They are my pens that I am going to be using for December. I'll just hold this up a little bit closer so you can see it. Can you see it? Maybe I'm holding it too close. Wish you could see that Bucks Fizz. It's just so pretty. So I think I've got 24 pens inked up all together. And just hold there a sec and I'll get some envelopes. Because we want to do that for Christmas, don't we? So, just trying to think, which ones will I do? Okay, we'll do these two. So the two envelopes I have this month to send out to subscribers is this one with the green postage stamps and this one that has the birds on it. So they're both sort of like a vintage style. So these will be the two that I send out for this month. If you are interested in having these envelopes sent to you, first two people to comment in the comments below. You must be a subscriber of the channel, and I need you to also follow me over on Instagram so that you will be able to DM me your name and address details. But I'm going to ask that you put your claim of the envelope in a separate comment to your normal one, so that I can see it really quickly. So I think the two code words we will use today is stamps and birds. Okay, so birds, stamps. So that will be the two code words. I hope wherever you are in the world, that you're going okay. I know there's a lot of sort of natural things like weather systems going on. I saw that the UK are having floods at the moment. I know America has been hit with hurricanes and tornadoes in recent months. And I know there's lots of other things going on around the world as well. So I hope wherever you are that you're going okay, that you're safe. Thank you so much for being here today and watching. Thank you for not giving up on me. I know it's been a while since I've recorded a video, but as I said, life's just been happening and things have been outside of my control, and I just couldn't get on to do a video. So hopefully you all understand that. I also just want to say a really big inky thanks to pen friend Darla for the wonderful diamond inks that she sent me. I also want to say thank you to pen friend Priscilla for samples that she has sent me. I used one of her samples today. And I also want to say a big thanks to my Penefactor for sending me the beautiful Cross Wanderlust pen. Like he sent me a lot of pens earlier in the year, and gradually I've been pulling them out each month and just working with a couple of them and enjoying them, and I'm still enjoying them. So anyway, big inky thanks to those people. Until next time everyone, please take care, and I'll see you back here next time. Bye.